Ooh, good morning. In the light of a truly healed Pisces, you are giving them something to talk about, aren't you? All those times they were talking about you, talking about everything going on in your life, and now you're truly giving them something to talk about. Your elevation is giving them something to talk about, Pisces. Yep. They're like, did you see Pisces? Did you see Pisces? Do you see how they're looking? They're looking really healthy. They're glowing. Have you seen Pisces? Pisces just got that new job. They seem to be doing really good. Have you seen Pisces? Yeah, I saw Pisces at the grocery store. They're looking kind of hot, kind of buff. Like they look like they're getting in shape. Do you see Pisces? Pisces was with their partner. Damn, where they get that hot partner from? I'm just telling you, you're giving them, and it's not even just that. Like your creativity, it's like you guys have projects that you're putting out there, things that you're starting to put out in the world, that you're starting to share, your struggles that you're starting to share with people, and they're just like, well, we didn't know Pisces had that much talent. Maybe now we need to go to Pisces and see if we can get in on what's going on. That's not how it works. That is not how it works. You don't get to dog out Pisces, right? When Pisces is not doing well. And by the way, they were talking about you then too. You knew it. They were talking about you then too. It's just now. First of all, you don't even care that they're talking about you, which is driving them crazy. And second of all, even if they wanted to say something bad about you, they just can't, because the proof is in the pudding. You got receipts for everything that you've done. All your hard work, all your talent is, and they're probably hearing it from other people, right? They did all that talking about you, and they're like, I thought that people are going to them saying, I thought you said Pisces was blah, 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 blah. But I saw Pisces, and Pisces looks like, Pisces sounds like, Pisces has a voice. If you're an artist, a singer, right? I saw Pisces artwork up somewhere. I heard Pisces singing. I heard Pisces, and I'm a Pisces. The singing part is not me. Although you may hear me try here on this channel. But yeah, you are like, you're so focused. You're developing all your talent. You're developing your craft, right? So while they were busy talking shit about you, you were developing your craft. That's what they didn't know. So you were using all that energy, and in a sense, you were like, wait and see what I got, right? You'll see what I got. But now you can't come back after you dog me out, and you want to go to dinner with me. You want to come to my concert. I mean, you can come to my concert. It's public, right? Anyone can buy tickets. Buy a ticket. Yeah, be a fan. I don't mind. You don't mind. But you're going to buy a ticket like everyone else. You're not getting in for free. You're not in the Pisces entourage. And that's not to be stuck up, Pisces. I know I'm being funny right now, but it's not to be funny, because it just is. You cannot dog someone else and someone out. That goes for you too. If you have someone that you are mean to, you can't expect them to show up and then invite you to sit at their table with them when they're breaking bread. They're probably not going to, right? And if you didn't like them then, why would you like them now? Because they have money. Because the thing is that money does not change anybody. Fame, notoriety does not change anyone. Those things just accentuate the person that you are. So if you haven't done the work, you're just going to be more of what you were before. And if you haven't done the work, it's going to not be so good. So if someone didn't think you were a nice person then, or they didn't think you were talented, and the thing is that you can be, have you ever worked somewhere? You guys may have encountered this. Have you ever worked somewhere where the person who has the most talent doesn't get promoted? Why do you think that is? Maybe they got a bad attitude. They don't know how to get along with people, but they're talented. They can do the work. They will not get the promotion. Maybe you're seeing that now at work, right? Maybe you're not the most talented. You have the skills. You can become talented. And I'm not saying that you're not talented, but maybe you're not you wouldn't be the first choice for the position, so to speak, if it just came to having talent, right? But your talent is your people skills, your emotional intelligence, your balance, your aura, how you are able to attract what you want. Don't you think a company wants someone who's going to be a super attractor for their company? What good are you to a company if you are working for a company and you're repellent? Like, you have all the talent, you can build things, but you're repelling all the customers. All right, let's pull an oracle card. Let's get into this reading, and I'm just going to randomly pull one for you. I shuffled this deck. I'm loving this deck. It's called a Healing Water Oracle, and I think that for the next, I'll probably be using this for the next 3 months, because I feel like, well, through February, just unless, I'm always just switching things up. Right now, I feel like I would like to use these through February, just because the Healing Water, we are in Saturn's back in our sign, and there's still some last bit of healing that we're going to be doing, that this healing is going to be to propel you forward completely into your purpose, right? And the work that you have. So it's just work that we have to do. And so the card I pull for you today, with no further ado with me talking, because let's just give them something to talk about, Pisces. All right. Thank you. Gratitude. Appreciating what's sustaining you. That's your card for today. That's the energy for today, is gratitude. What did I say? Like, your energy, when you are in the energy of gratitude, you are in the energy of receiving what is for you. This energy makes you a super attractor to that job you want, a super attractor to that person you want, a super attractor to that abundance you're looking for, because you're already grateful in your right. And that energy is very apparent to the people around you, as opposed to someone who's complaining all the time, who wants more, who is kind of feeling entitled because they feel like they have the skills, and why aren't you doing this for me, and why, and they're complaining about everything. Emotional intelligence. And this is not just emotional intelligence. This is a practice. This is a practice that you have. This is how you have manifested the things that you want in your life. And, for cross watchers, yes, let's share. Anyone can do this. But can anyone do this? Being in the energy of gratitude takes a lot of healing work. We're not always grateful. We weren't always grateful for all the things that happened to us, for all the talking about that happened behind our back. But now you are, aren't you, Pisces? You're grateful for all of that because those things were the fuel that has led you to the success that you're about to have, or that you are starting to have, that people are talking about now. The success that people didn't think you would have. This is the ticket to success. Seems pretty simple, right? But really, is it simple to go into work, have someone talk about you and not respond? I was watching an entrepreneur yesterday, or the other day. I don't know what day it was. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I was watching an entrepreneur, and she was saying that we're going to talk about lickbacks here, because as we talk about this energy, what's coming up is that there's going to be a temptation to get your lickbacks, right? Now that you're elevated, now that you're in the spot, you're getting all this attention. And we keep saying, like, watch yourself, right? Watch how you're treating other people as you elevate. And I know you're going to do good, Pisces, but it's just a reminder. And it's just to say, I was watching this entrepreneur, and she was saying how she was at a job, and basically she had been working somewhere. She was younger, and basically someone fired her for they fired her for writing an email and writing a one word in all caps. And they used that as an excuse to fire her, because you're not supposed to use all caps and letters because in emails, corporate emails, because that it looks like, all caps is like you're screaming at someone. Anyway, so they use that as an excuse. I've seen people do it all the time. I work for a corporation, and it happens, and I've not seen anyone get fired for that. But that's what happened to her. So that's just to say that it was petty, right? So then later on, she elevated. She became the CEO of some company, and the that person reached out to her on LinkedIn to ask for a favor. So she was sitting down. She was mad. She was like, how dare he reach out to me now after what he did to me, and now you want to ask me for a favor? And this will happen to you. You will be coming across these types of situations, Pisces. That's why I'm bringing this up. That's why this energy of gratitude is so important. So she's sitting at her desk, and she's typing out this stuff, and her husband walks in the room and says, hey, you okay? You look upset. What's going on? She's like, blah, blah, blah. This is what happened. And he's like, shut the computer off. Get off the computer. See, and I love this, and I'm going to repeat it here for you. When you elevate, you on a different level than everyone else, and you need to behave that way. We need to behave at the level where we are. See, when you have to drop yourself to respond to someone in that way, you're dropping your vibration to meet them where they are. They are not where you are. So once you elevate, once you get to a certain level, as you start to elevate, your job, that emotional intelligence, needs to be super refined, because it will take restraint sometimes. It will take someone talking you off the ledge sometimes, so that you don't drop your vibration to meet them where they are. Because you, in your elevation, you have a spot to uphold with your spirit. As far as your spirit team goes, they have certain expectations from you. And so you need, and of course, to meet your spirit team, your high vibrational spirit team where they are, you have to stay vibing high. You cannot drop. And that goes, you're here on this earth. So your spirituality is present no matter where you are. If it's at work, in your friendship groups, in your family, right? You don't drop your vibration to meet people where they are, because they can't elevate. They can't apologize. They can't be accountable, right? And it's not going to be your job. You're already doing your job, but it's not going to be your job to tell them what they should be doing, to tell them about themselves, to tell them how terrible they were. It's not your job. Your job is to do exactly what you're doing, to stay in gratitude so you can mirror to people where they're not. And this irritates the heck out of people, right? Your silence, your composure, your emotional intelligence. That's what's irritating people. So, I don't know. I just felt like that just came up. I guess that was a message for today for you. I'm going to pull King of Wands. Pulling some tarot. Let's pull some card for this energy. What does Pisces need to know? You know, it really, Nine of Swords in reverse. Exactly. You've elevated. Nine of Swords in reverse, King of Wands. Are you going to drop to a Knight of Wands in reverse to meet someone where they are, right? And be all fired up and reckless because they're being all fired up and reckless? No, you're the King of Wands. You don't got time for that. You have things to tend to. You're a leader. Just give them something to talk about. Yeah. Continue. What did I say? Knight of Wands. Yeah. You cannot Spirit, speak to them, will you? You've gone from the King of Wands, no stress, right? And what? You want to go to the Knight of Wands, have somebody like you did a lot of work to get from the Knight of Wands to the King of Wands without letting somebody turn your energy upside down. Because all that will do is turn you back into worry, anxiety, low vibrational energy, and you are no longer in the low vibrational energy, Pisces. That wand energy is fiery. It's especially the king. You're a leader. You're handsome. You're beautiful. You're composed. You know when to swing the wand and not, right? So that means like you have, I'm hearing this, you have control over who you interact in and how you interact with people. And that's even on a sensual, I'm gonna put sensual level. You're not just swinging around and giving it to everybody. Not at this level. At this level, your life force energy is precious. You're very meticulous in how you share your life force energy. And your life force's energy is for you to create. And to share that life force energy with someone else, they have to be on your level, don't they? So that they can create with you. That's why that's important. Page of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands. That's why you're in this fast forward movement, right? That's why you keep moving forward. People can't keep up with you. That's why you have constant gifts coming in. Your gratitude. Your gratitude, your awareness, all of that. The balance that you found. Clarify this Knight of Wands. Yeah. They want a Knight of Wands, burdens, right? Like that's what that back then, right? People were just throwing their wands at you, right? Draining your life force energy. Ain't nobody got time for that. King of Wands doesn't have time for that because you're elevating to Emperor status, High Priestess. You know, your High Priestess energy. You know what's up. Clarify this Nine of Swords in reverse for me, Spirit. Why is this Nine of Swords in reverse? Shit. Eight of Wands again. Did I just say the Eight of Wands? Because you got places to go, choices to make, things to do. You don't have time for that. You don't have time for people that are draining your life force energy anymore. No wonder they're talking about you. And people don't even know what you're doing because you're making choices, and you're making choices alone. You're not sharing. You're not out there talking a lot about your choices. You're like, don't come to me. And, you know, maybe before you used to be, what is that called? When you trauma bond, like people come and they trauma dump on you, right? Even though when you're trying not to trauma dump, you're like, don't trauma dump on me. Are you going to get off this horse to go, you know, a lot of wand, a lot of fire energy here, Pisces. Wow. King of Wands, 10 of Wands, Knight of Wands, 6 of Wands. All fire. But here's the thing, right? That you learn. Some of you may have fire in your chart because there's a lot of fire here. But you learn how to tame the fire within you. You learn how to move in silence to create the tower moments, good tower moments in your life. So when you use the fire to bring down the house where you bring down whatever it was that you tear down, whatever it was that you needed to tear out of your life. You said, oh, I'm tired of waiting for spirit to come and tell me like it's the last resort. I'm bringing down the house. You were moving in silence, tearing down the house. This is what people are talking about. They didn't even notice when you were tearing down the house. You were so quiet. And then when they looked up, they were like, the house is gone. Like, where's Pisces? Like, I thought Pisces lived here. Nope, Pisces doesn't live here anymore. Pisces has transformed and moved on. He's in a new house. He's in a new place. He has elevated his status. He or she is living in gratitude. He or she is not letting people come in and disturb their peace. You are not letting people come in and disturb your peace. That's a hell no. 2 of Wands, where's Pisces going? I want to know. What are you building? This is probably, do people know what you're building? It's probably what's really driving them crazy. You're building an empire. The Emperor, what did I say? With temperance in the world. Your emotional intelligence. And the Page of Wands. You have tamed your fire. Like you have actually, because you're so balanced now with the 2 of Wands here. I was like, why the 2 of Wands, right? You have tamed the beast within you. Because Pisces is dual, right? So I'm not here to say that Pisces is perfect. You had a time where you would bring down the house, all right, but you would bring it down to your own detriment. Like, you would take everything, guns a-blazing. Oh, excuse my French. I hope I don't know. I don't think I should say that in light of everything that's going on. But you know what I'm saying, right? The OK Corral. Like, you didn't care. You were like, we're going out for the duel, and I don't care if I'm taking everyone down, even if I gotta go down with the house. Now you're like, no. I'm gonna let spirit take you out, and I'm not going down. I'm not going out with you. I'm not going down with you. And so you, with your emotional intelligence, patience, building your empire and creating this world that you want. Almost every wand card is on the is out here. It's pretty amazing, isn't it, Pisces? When you thought at one time that it was your emotions that was going to build for you, that being the nice guy, and then you found out that it was your fire, and it's the fire within you, right? Once you got balance, once you healed, that even when you're in gratitude, that you can have this fire energy, even when you're silent and you don't respond, and you don't drop your vibration to meet people where they are. You're still using you still have that fire energy. So that duality that you are, that people call like that dark Pisces, right? But there was a dark side of Pisces that would bring down the house, including your house, and you'd be standing outside going, shit, I don't have anywhere to live now. So I burned down everything, right? That's not who you are anymore. And see, people will come at you expecting you, especially if they see you elevating, they will come at you. Even if they'll come at you. How do I want to say this? They will come at you with the resources that they can afford to lose and let you burn that down, right? Because you don't know what resources they've reserved. Let you burn that down while they watch you burn yourself down with it. And you're like, no, I don't need to do that. Because as powerful as the fire is, right? That energy, the life force energy that it takes to do things, as powerful as that is as powerful as your emotions are when they're not used in the right way. This took a lot of reflection on your part to get here. To have all this fire energy here on the floor. This is not your energy. This is not your typical energy. There is not one cup here on the floor. You are showing up in all your fire energy. The only water energy that I feel here is that you keep yourself grounded with gratitude. You keep yourself empathetic with gratitude. Because you know that this is what keeps your own energy balanced. Your true energy, your true essence balanced. All right, Pisces, I love this for you. Do we want to pull? I mean, no. You're in all your glory. No. You know what I want to do? Whoops. Shoot. Let's pull the Instant Magic Oracle. And I'd just like to open it up wherever it falls. And the Oracle wants to remind you that some of the best days of your life haven't happened yet. Oh, they are getting, what did I say? They are getting ready to see you. You are giving them something to talk about, Pisces. That's what happens when you're healed. You know? Congrats, and, make sure you share those blessings with others and show them how to heal so they can get there too. All right. That's all I have for you for today. Drop me a fish, a heart, something. Drop me something in the comments to let me know you were here. I would love to hear from you. Subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Have a great weekend. This is Labor Day weekend. I'm getting ready. I just filmed this, and I'm getting ready to drop this for you, because I want you specifically this weekend to stay in gratitude, because I feel like there's a lot coming in for you, because here you are. This card has been coming a lot, and with all this fire energy here, this is amazing. Let's give them something to talk about, Pisces. All right, I'll see you in the next one.